Hey, what's going on, guys? And today I wanted to do a video review for the autonomous standing desk. So this is actually the most premium version of the autonomous standing desk. This is basically an L-shaped desk. Most of the standard autonomous desks that you're gonna find are basically gonna be just a standard width. And this is probably a little overkill for most of you. As you can see, I've pretty much got my entire setup on the main portion of the desk. You do have the option to get this in various different sizes. So if you want something that's going to be a little bit thinner, maybe for like a single monitor, you can do that. And you could get one that's going to be a little bit longer as well. And you could do something similar to what I've got here, where I have my dual monitors and I've also got my stack on the actual desk itself. Now, some things to keep note of is you are going to have some really solid pieces here on the base for each of the ends of the desk. And then you also have these very large beams. Now, for assembly, it's going to be fairly straightforward. Basically, all of these connecting pieces have large circular like plastic pieces that sit on the base, and you can adjust these as needed to basically get the perfect clearance on the floor, and that way you're not going to have any tipping or rocking. In terms of assembling these, I'll jump under the desk here and give you an idea. Basically, you have 4 bolts that just connect going all the way across through the back, and then each of these pieces connects separately, and you have beams that pretty much go straight across. So with the standard desk, you're going to have one of these beams that goes across, and you have an extendable piece here that moves out, and each of these screws basically uses a standard ratchet that pretty much will come with the desk, and you can adjust these to tighten everything up, and that way it's going to attach the actual top of the desk to the actual foundation leg pieces. So overall, you do have some additional wires for the actual functionality. This one, I need to get an extra piece, but you can see I got these little strip pieces that basically stick with like tape, and these close up the wires, and that way they're not hanging down like this one is. I think I ran out, and that's why I have to get another one for this. So what you'll end up with is a control panel that you can use to actually control the desk. Once you've got this fully assembled, you do have a really smooth surface on these desks as well. So overall, I went with the white. I think it looks great because I do have a white wall in here. We've got gray floors, so everything just matches really well. I think if I were to have picked otherwise, I probably would have went with black. But overall, I'd say the only downside is that it does pick up dust and everything very quickly, which anything will, any furniture, and you will spend some time cleaning, things like that. But overall, I'm very, very happy with the surface of the desk and the fact that I have my mouse keyboard. I've got like a really nice gaming and work setup here. Plenty of space. You've got your pieces here in the back that you can run wires through. So you can see I have some of them going through this piece here. And then I've got another one that's over back here. And that's actually the piece that it comes with, which I'm not really utilizing. So I was able to also attach without any issue on this basically one of these like mountable holders for my monitors, and then I've also got this autonomous light that's actually mounted here that I use for like extra lighting, and that was able to be mounted to this no problem. So you pretty much have universal fit for anything like that. In terms of the controls, let's go back to that. It's very simple. It has the autonomous branding. You have a power brick that resides out in the back here underneath where all the wiring is, and you have your up and down buttons. So I'll actually hit up, and you can see this will raise. It kind of makes like a light sound. It goes pretty slow, so you have some time, like maybe if you do this for the first time, you don't want to make sure your wires aren't going to be an issue. This is going to read out what the actual height is. So now it's at 35. This will go all the way down, or rather down to, I believe, about 29.5. So that's usually where I leave it by default when sitting. I have the standard autonomous chair, and I don't have this raised all the way to the highest point, but I don't have it to the lowest either. So you're pretty much looking at like a standard height with the desk at the lowest setting. You can set manual mode on this, as well as memory settings as well. So if you have specific heights, like if you know, hey, this is my standing height, you could hit 1 and boom, it's just automatically going to go right up to that height. So that's what you can use to program this. One thing I do recommend is I ended up getting these cable sleeves, as you can see here, and some of them kind of came undone, but I got these general cable sleeves, and that way I can easily unzip them and kind of manage the cables. When I had moved this desk out here, we had moved to a new house, and I had to redo all this, and honestly it's kind of become a jumbled mess again, but I tried to get quite a bit of the cable into this and just organize it the best I could. And I just would note that when you do something like that and you do your cable management, that you're going to make sure that you're not going to tug on any wires, as well as, you know, in my case, I have these monitor mounting arms here. I don't want to like scrape something like this against the wall, which I did in my old house. I have a little bit of a bump out here in the garage, so I was able to rest my power cable here. And another really awesome thing that I recommend you do is Autonomous will sell as an add-on these pieces here that you can get for putting all of your cables and wires and things like that. And you can basically universally add this to the desk. So I was able to fit like the power brick for one of my bigger monitors here into that, and that way it's not sitting on the floor, and when I go to raise the desk, everything just kind of goes with it. So overall, I'm very happy with this. I think Autonomous as a company, you know, it's been great. I haven't had any hiccups with these. I did have like a ding when this got moved from one house to another. Someone dinged this, so it's kind of an unfortunate thing. I was a little bummed because it is quite an you know, higher end desk, and I don't really like having damage. But overall, I'm very, very happy with Autonomous as a company. This desk has worked out perfectly, looks great in the space, and I get a lot of compliments on it. Just having a standing desk and having the functionality of that, I think works perfectly. I also do have a walking treadmill that's designed to be used with this, and it works great. I have plenty of space. So yeah, again, very happy with this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video review, and I'll talk to you later.